All right, this is Zoe doing 50 free. I'm going to play this in slow motion so you can get a good look at your stroke. Here we go. Okay, good streamline there. We're getting better at this dolphin kick, okay? I'd like to see a little bit more chest action. All right, I know you've struggled with this in the past, and as long as you can keep working on it actively, like your turns and your kickouts are getting much better. But if you can continue to work on that, they will get stronger and stronger. So take someone like Bronwyn, for example. When Bronwyn and I first started talking about kickouts for her, they were not good. Okay, they were very bad, and she will admit that. But as we kept having an ongoing conversation about her kickouts, they started to get better, and she really, really worked on them. And now she has some of the best kickouts on the team. Okay, so if you can continue to strengthen your dolphin kick and to really put the effort in to get some good kickouts off the wall, like, you can be that strong. It just takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes practice, and it's not going to come overnight. Okay. So not bad. Okay. Your elbows look good. All right, so let's just real fast go back. We'll take a look at that. Okay. So your arm's entering. Okay. But it's dropping a little bit. Okay. Your elbows are pretty high, which is good. I like to see that. Okay. So you're understanding that you need to have a popped elbow. And you're pressing through the water. What I'd like to see is a little bit more reach, okay? Like we always talk about this, like use the lats, okay? Technically, your freestyle is not bad. Like, it's good, and you can be much faster at it, but you need to really engage when you're doing it. And you know, we've talked about this so many times, that sometimes with your free in your arms, you go through the motions, and you're getting better at it. It's starting to look a lot better. You just need to continue that work, okay? You're very strong, and if we can get your lats to really engage and pull the water, that would be amazing. You will have a really good free, okay? You know, another thing I want to point out too and talk about is your rotation, okay? And that's part of the reason why you're having some shoulder issues. I know it's, genetic. Your dad doesn't have very good shoulders either. But when you're not rotating, you're really putting a lot of pressure on your shoulders, and you're swimming very flat. So, your elbow or your shoulder's really high to the surface right here, and that tells me that your rotation, you don't have enough of it. Like, your elbow should be almost pointing, or your shoulder, should be almost pointing down every time you take a stroke. And if you don't, that just puts a lot of pressure on your shoulders to push you through the water. And you can even, like, when you do it on land and you try to swim, like my shoulders, I'm doing it right now in my living room. My shoulders hurt because I'm not rotating them. I can feel it just by doing 2 strokes, okay? So that's one thing that you really need to work on. Another thing I want to point out here too is, I'm going to go back here, okay, is when we're pulling through the water, we need to make sure that, see that hand right there? It's going to go out, but it's going to come out at your waist. Do you see that? It goes out like right there. There's your hand right there, okay? We want that hand to press firmly and hard all the way back past our thigh. So right now we're not finishing our stroke very well, and we need to do that to get a good pull. Let me just look back here at this hand, okay? So you see how your arm is kind of angled this way, and you can't really tell, but your wrist is almost like curved like that. So like I just said, we have to be finishing out the back as hard as we can, and that means engaging that hand and forearm to press hard. That's why we do the chords at the beginning of practice on Wednesdays, is because we want to get that motion of you finishing your stroke, okay? You're kind of selling yourself short if you're not finishing your stroke all the way out. So making sure, wait, that looked wonky there. Let's just go back. Yeah. Okay. You have a popped elbow right here, so it's not bad. Okay, and you're bending your elbow. I'd like to see that elbow stay a little bit higher to the surface because right now you have a decent angle, but your elbow should really be up a little bit higher, and it should be that forearm and hand that are doing the work, okay? So keep it up nice and high, and don't let, it's like a lever out the back. So once your elbow is pointing back towards your butt, the rest of the stroke is your hand and your forearm pressing up the back, okay? And we're missing that a little bit, so we need to work on that. Just really engaging like a nice long stroke, okay? And making sure that we're entering, we're reaching, our elbow is staying popped. We're really engaging that hand and that forearm, and we're pressing all the way back, okay? One straight line, no S-pulls, no curve in the stroke at all. Enter, angle that hand down, bend the elbow, and press it all the way through, okay? If you can do that and fix some little tiny things in your stroke, including your underwaters, you can have a very, very good 50 and 100 freestyles, and that will also help your fly. It'll also help your back, and believe it or not, it will also help your breaststroke. Okay, so if we can really engage that hand and that forearm, especially when we're doing free, that'll just make you stronger and make your other strokes stronger as well. All right, good job.